learninghand.org is a place where students and teachers can find podcasts, subscribe to podcasts, listen to podcasts, and even create podcasts. It has a list of other places to find and create podcasts. It also includes information about podcasting. Poducateme.com explains why podcasting in education is beneficial.
GarageBand gives you a complete podcasting studio. To get started, choose Podcast from the new project dialog. Enter a name for your podcast, click the Create button, and GarageBand opens with a new empty podcast project. To start recording your narration, click one of the vocal tracks, and then click the Record button and start talking. You can use your computer's built-in microphone or any other mic connected to your computer.
Welcome to the California Travel Podcast. This episode is all about my recent trip to Lake Tahoe.
After you record the basic narration, you can quickly add jingles, background music, and other sounds from the Loop browser. Select Jingles in the browser, and then pick a musical genre that fits your podcast. It's easy to preview loops by simply clicking them. Once you find one that you want to use, just drag it to the Jingles track or to the empty area at the bottom of the timeline. Adding artwork to your podcast is easy too. Select the podcast track and click the Media Browser button, which gives you access to your iPhoto library. Drag the image that you want to use from the browser to the episode artwork box. This is the photo that your audience will see when they download your podcast and when they listen to it. If you want to show them other photos in different parts of the podcast, all you have to do is drag in other images and drop them in the podcast track where you want them to start. The photos will also act as chapters in your podcast. You can easily add titles by clicking in the chapter title column in the podcast track editor. You can also add a link to a website for each chapter. First, type in the URL title, what your audience will see, and then enter the actual link in the URL box. The last thing to do is to review your podcast and make sure it looks and sounds exactly how you want it.
Welcome to the California Travel Podcast. This episode is all about my recent trip to Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is the largest alpine lake in North America, nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountains along the border between California.
Once you're happy, click the Share menu, where you can send it to your iTunes library, iWeb to publish on the internet, or save it as a file.
Come on, let me show you what it's all about. Reading and writing arithmetic, all the branches on the learning tree.
Hi, my name is Rachel Brown, and I'm a 3rd through 5th grade art teacher. My research project presentation is on podcasting and education. So today I'm going to teach a hypothetical lesson about podcasting to my classroom. Okay, today students we're going to learn about podcasting, and we're going to learn about different artists, and the way that we're going to do it is each of you will get out your iPad and then listen to instructions and look at the board. So the first thing you need to do is you need to click on the iTunes logo. The iTunes logo looks like this music note, and it's surrounded in blue. So once you find that, you need to click on the iTunes Store. It'll be on the left-hand side. Okay, so once you do that, you need to click on Podcast. It's in the black bar at the top, and it says Podcast. Okay, is everybody at Podcast? Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is in the search space at the top left. So if you're looking at it, it's up here. You need to type in MoMA, M-O-M-A, Kids. MoMA stands for Museum of Modern Art. So what does MoMA stand for? Museum of Modern Art, that's right. Okay, so once everybody's there, each of your tables is going to be responsible for learning about a certain artist. So they're listed on the board, and the podcasts are listed by these names. Red table, you're going to listen to number 10, kids, about Andy Warhol. Who are you going to listen to? Andy Warhol. Blue, you're going to listen to number 11, kids, about Jackson Pollock. Who are you going to listen to? Jackson Pollock. And yellow table, you're going to listen to number 12, kids, George Seurat. Who is that? George Seurat. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to have green table. Listen to number 14, kids, about Claude Monet. Who is the green table listening to? Claude Monet. Alright, kids, put on your headphones, listen to your podcast. When you're finished, take your headphones out and go ahead and start your graphic organizer about your artist. Okay, so they listen to their podcast and they learn a little bit about each of these artists. Alright, kids, so the next thing that we're going to do is you're going to fill out your graphic organizer. When you're finished with that, each group is going to come to the front and you're going to share with the rest of the class what you learned about your artist. So each class comes up and they share a little bit about what they heard on their podcast. And in the next coming week's class, we're going to make artwork that imitates these artists that we learned about today. Okay, so I know that most of you may not be art teachers, but using a podcast is a great research tool. You can use it to research all different things, and you can use it for any grade level. And teachers can even use it as a professional development tool.
Baby, hey, 1, 2, 3, baby.
Podcasts are a great tool to use in the classroom. Sometimes research can become boring and mundane. If teachers bring podcasts into the equation, students will be excited about learning something new. If students have the opportunity to learn things on their own, they will be more likely to retain the information. Students can even listen to podcasts on site. By going into the classroom as a facilitator teaching students how to use a tool such as podcasts, we are encouraging our students to think for themselves and to solve their own problems. Students are self-directed.
Baby.